Hello, everyone. I'm starting We are all in an MBA program, so I'm going to throw to everyone. Is your employer paying for your tuition to attend this graduate program?
Our ears is too.
Mine is different though.
Different.
As a former employee, I use.
So some of us, we are being reimbursed in some form. Okay. According to, I need the clicker. According to HR Management Magazine, over 75% of all companies that has 20 or more employees support reimbursing their employees in some way for whether it's going back to school, some form of development. 16 to 55 million dollars is spent for employee development by companies, and there is a reason for that. Employers need their workforce to be innovative, always upgrading themselves. It is profitable for them to do that, and that is the reason why so much emphasis is being paid on employee development. How does employers benefit from their employees going back to doing their MBA programs? Still can't stay. After employees return to the workforce, each companies see an improvement in overall productivity within their organizations. Staff morale is high, which leads to improved performances by employees. When morale is high, you have increased productivity, and in the long run, we know with increased productivity, there's an overall increase in profit by each company or by companies, because a good workforce or a workforce that is stable produces more for employers. Why employees should receive an increase in salary just by going to or doing an MBA program and returning to the workforce? We're thinking that, I know as a fact that employees return with more ideas. For me personally, I have only been in 2 semesters here in this program, and I have taken back some of what I learned here back into my office, and it is working. It is being noticed that my things are different. How I think, how I plan for work, it is working, and I picked up ideas from my 2 classes. And even this class, I'm focusing more on how I read things, how I review things, and it is being noticed. So it's not just for me, it is working for me, so I think I'm bringing back, or I'm taking back something to my organization, which is helping. When employees return with new ideas, employers don't have to go out with trying to get like consultants. You have to pay extra for consultation. When no employees are back within the office, they're bringing back all this information. Everyone is being, you don't have, it's it's less, you're paying less out of pocket to go out and get consultants in, because now you have staff here who has all this knowledge, I should say. They have all this knowledge, so it is working for them to go and return to the office with it. A more educated employee is a more educated workforce. And a more educated workforce means growth for companies. Employees who return with their MBA degree, they're loyal, they're not going anywhere. You're not seeing any revolving door. It brings stability to the organization and companies. And that works well for all companies. The networking opportunities that you after you leave your program and return to your offices, your job, it's an intangible asset. You can't put a price on it when you have staff or employees returning with all these new networking opportunities. You meet so many new people in the classroom. It's people, some of our classes, you have international students. All of that works for you because you take that back to your organization and it helps. So for these reasons, I am for employees being paid more when they return. I'm going to conclude by saying companies who invest in their employees really benefit a lot. They want to stay and around. They want to continue being ranked among the best companies. I read where Lockheed Martin, UPS, Starbucks, all those companies invest a lot of money in their employees' education, whether by tuition or increase in salary. They want to be on top of their game, and they think it's very important to reward their employees by assisting in their tuition or when they return, promoting them because they want them to stay and retaining their strong workforce. To be competitive, they have to do that. Companies are only as good as their employees, and I'm going to stress on that. Companies are only as good as their employees. And if you have a workforce that is bringing everything 100% to work, you're seeing your profit margin going up. You know that you're keeping these employees in your workplace because they're going back to advance their career by doing their MBA program and coming back. I think after all of that, you have invested in them already. You should, when they return, you should value the contribution that they're taking back to the organization. For that reason, I think they should receive a salary increase when they return. Shouldn't employees be compensated for their contribution to these companies' success? That's my question. That's how I'm closing. Should companies reward their employees for going back, returning, upgrading themselves, returning to the office, and want to stay within that company? Should they expect to receive an increase in salary when they return to the workplace? That's my question. And that's my question. I think they should. Any questions?
So you're saying they should get more money for the same job that they had before. So that's.
I'm saying when you return to be promoted.
Okay.
Or yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.